So we got some breaking news now. The IDF, Israeli Defense Force, is releasing this video from overnight. These are mobile trucks. They look to be fairly large, moving down a highway or a road. They would likely be carrying ballistic missiles or heading toward a ballistic missile site. The Israelis saying that they have air superiority over the entire country of Iran. And when you have that in a war, you have a great opportunity to go after the targets of your choice. So we wanted to share that with you. Over the weekend, this is primarily where a lot of the attacks have been taken out here. Tehran, I'll show you that in a moment here. Debris in the northwest, and also Natanz, which has that nuclear enrichment site that's been really devastated based on some of the reporting on the ground and some of the surveillance video that we have seen of Natanz. There's a lot going on the screen, okay? But this is Tehran, the capital city. I would focus on the military base, the military housing, another military base, and an airport here southwest of the capital city in Tehran. Jack Keane joins me, and sir, thank you for your time today. What do we need to think about for the next phase of this war that either ends it or takes it to a new level?
Yeah, well, certainly the Israelis are doing a remarkable job in taking down the leadership that's involved in these operations, decapitating them, much as they did with Hezbollah. And certainly the air superiority they have is the way we would begin an operation, and so they can move around the country with no impediments whatsoever. But the real focus, as we all know, on two things: the ballistic missiles. I think the Iranians 8 waves, about 350 missiles. We estimate they have somewhere around a couple thousand of those, some much better than others. And we always knew this was going to be a problem, that some of them would penetrate the air defense systems and casualties would result. The casualties are light, but still they're heavier than what the Israelis are used to receiving, and that's a fact. So their intensity about getting these ballistic missiles launchers, their infrastructure, their storage sites, their supply chain, all of that is ongoing. But the center of gravity is the nuclear enterprise. 12 sites, capability spread out among them. You've emphasized the specific ones: Natanz, Esfahan, and Fordow. Fordow is the center of gravity because here's what's really going on in the Ayatollah's mind, I think. He never came to the negotiating table to really give up his nuclear capability voluntarily. Why? Why didn't he want to dismantle it? Because he always believed that he can recover and rebuild it after an Israeli airstrike. And he's counting on the fact that Fordow will survive this. It is in the United States' core national interest to help Israel destroy completely this nuclear enterprise. And Fordow sits out there as a potential target that Israeli is challenged by. It's not that they don't have imagination. It's not that they couldn't do some surprising things. None of that certainly would be off the table.
Okay.
But the guarantee is for the United States to use its penetration bombing to take that site out. And I believe once that's done, we start to see the end of this thing.
General, let me, got about a minute left. You're talking about Fordow. It's relatively located right here, west of Tehran, the capital city. This is Natanz here, just to the east and south of it. This is an aerial picture, General, okay, of Natanz and what it was before. You've got buildings and structures here, and buildings here. That's pre-war. Now you've got complete devastation in Natanz here, this building located here, as well as this one in the upper right-hand corner. Natanz is very different from what this site that you're describing. Fordow is a half-mile buried inside of a mountain. And you believe the United States has no choice but to get involved with the Iranians? Explain that, sir.
Well, it's in the United States' core national interest that Iran does not have a nuclear capability and get to it. That's a fact. And this capability, if we leave it there, the Ayatollah will recover and rebuild. And that's what he's absolutely counting on. That's why he never was willing to dismantle the program himself with verification. That would end his program. Here he believes he has a chance. And that's what these guys are all about. and we've got to finish what we started here. We can't look like we haven't come to the assistance of the Israelis when they needed it the most here to finish this operation. They are our strongest ally in the region. What do you think the Arabs would think after the president's visit there, looking at this and they're saying, my, if the United States isn't going to help the Israelis at this critical time, what's the chance they're going to help us? And does this motivate Putin a little bit more to stay the course in terms of what he's doing, and President Xi, if we don't help the Israelis finish this off? It's their operation. We would lend a support to it to finish it off. And that's what I'm suggesting, and I'm certain the president is making those considerations.
Jack Keane, General, thank you. Appreciate the analysis, and we'll speak again later today. Thank you, Jack.
Thanks. Take care. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.